So, for whatever reason, we as women tend to do more than what is required. We just built that way. So, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was talking about a relationship. And she said, I have done everything that I possibly can do to make this work. So I asked her, well, what have you done? She said, first of all, I've gone above and beyond, which we normally do. Go above and beyond if it's our children, if it's our mate, we just do. So she started to run down her checklist. She said, I cook, I clean, I do everything. She said, I make sure he has toiletries, I make sure he has lunch for work. So when I thought about it, I'm like, so you're pretty much being his wife and you're his girlfriend and you're his living girlfriend, which, we normally do that. When we live together, we tend to perform those duties as husband and wife. Well, so I asked her, I said, so you're acting as his wife, but did he ask you to be his wife? She said no. I said, oh. So you're cooking for him every day, as well as making sure he has lunch for work, which is very nice. But I asked her once again, did he ask you to do that? She said no. I said, well, how do you feel about this? She said, I feel dogged out. I feel drugged. I feel like he does not appreciate anything that I do for him. So I asked her, when you met him, did he ask you, can I dog you out? She said no. I said, well, did he ask you, can I break your heart? She said no. I said, well, did he ask you, can I take you for granted? She said no. So at that point, I said to her, so all of these things that you have given was not required. He never asked anything. He never asked, can he abuse your kindness? No. He never asked, can I dog you? Can I do all of these things that you are doing for this man? And she said no. We as women have to figure out what is required of us first, especially in relationships. I know sometimes we all get tired. I know sometimes we put our best foot forward, but get an understanding of what is required of you in a situation before you just fall in and give your complete self. We have to learn how to save ourselves for ourselves. A lot of times we as women, we are drained. At the end of the day, we are drained. We have woke up in the morning, we have taken the children to school, we have come home, we have gotten ourselves ready for work. Then we work all day long, 100%. Sometimes we give 110%. Then we come home, we put a load of clothes in the washing machine, we cook dinner, we make sure everybody is full, we fold clothes. None of this is asked of us. We just do it. But what have we asked of ourselves? What are we requiring for ourselves? We give so much to everybody else, but what are we asking of ourselves? Because all of this that we do, what I'm going to say, most of it that we do, all these tasks, all of this stuff that we doing, it's not even required. It's not asked of us. It's not. They have not asked us to do any of this. And they definitely ain't going to ask you to be drugged. No. They're not going to ask that of you. So find out what is required of you. Because let me tell you something. He might require you just to have his back. He might require you just to spend time with him. While you cooking and you cleaning, go sit down with the man and watch TV. Eat a hot dog. You don't have to always have a big old meal for your significant other. Sometimes the little things count. Sometimes we need to slow down. Stop proving yourself to other people. Stop. You don't have to prove yourself to your children because they're going to love you regardless. You don't have to prove yourself to your mate because he got two choices. He can stay or go. The only person you have to prove anything to yourself to is you. Everybody else, they're going to have to fall in line. Choose you first. Choose you first. Stop all this tasking. Stop all this cooking. Stop all this cleaning. Now, don't get me wrong. As a mother, as a wife, yes, you do have certain duties that you do want to do. But find out what is required of you. Sometimes instead of you slaving in that kitchen, your child just might want you to sit down with them and read a book. Sometimes it does not take all of that. You doing too much. Back up for a minute. Chill out. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. You're going to be mama regardless. You're going to be girlfriend regardless. You're going to be wife regardless. That's already established. You don't have to figure that out. But you better figure you out. Because while you cooking and you cleaning and you washing and you this and you that, what about you? You losing yourself. It's almost you get to a point where it can become degrading. Always tasking, always cooking. And I tell my children in a minute, it take me an hour to cook and it take y'all 5 minutes to eat. And they don't even ask that of me. But I do it as a woman. I just do it because I feel as though it is required of me. Sit down with some of these people in your life and ask them, what do you require of me? Because it's a possibility you might just be giving entirely too much and taking way too much from yourself. You're going to have to get you together first. Now, I said on another video, I ain't telling you to get rid of nobody. No. But if you feel dogged out and you feel unclear and you feel like this situation is not benefiting you, it's time to sit down and talk. It's time to get a clear understanding. What do you require of me? Because one thing I know for sure, when you meet your mate, he did not ask, can I break your heart? No. Can I dog you out? No. Can I mentally drag you? Mm-mm. He didn't ask that of you. So why even deal with it? Don't do this to yourself. Find out what is required of you. Okay? Don't continue to live a life of tasking when nobody has even asked that of you. You got to be true to yourself. And at some point, do what makes you happy. Let everybody else tend to you sometimes. Choose you first. Okay? Find out what is required of you. Find out from this person or these people, whether it be your job, whether it be your man, whether it be your children. Find out what is it that they need from you first. Because a lot of times, it ain't cooking, it ain't cleaning, it ain't none of that. It is pretty much you being present. Just, you are enough. You are good enough. When the woman walks in, everything changes. The whole atmosphere changes. And sometimes that's good enough. You don't have to go no further. Just be present and be there. But first, what you're going to have to do is find out what is required of you. Find out, what do you require from yourself? What is good enough for me? What did I come in this relationship for? How is this benefiting me? Then you're going to have to figure out, as a mother, what value do I bring to my children most? Trust me, it ain't that fried chicken and macaroni and cheese. I promise you. It's not. It's just your presence. It's just who you are. It's just being a mother. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You are good enough all by yourself. You are good enough. Look, get clear on what is required. If that man did not ask you to be his slave, don't. If that man did not ask you to be his maid, don't. If that man did not ask you to be the cook, don't. Don't do it. Back up. Sometimes you got to change the rules in the middle of the game. Go back to the drawing board. Figure it out. Don't allow yourself to be burned out. And choose you. Okay? Keep a smile on your face today. Think about what I said. Go through your day and really creating value within yourself. Know who you are. Okay? Learn you. Learn what makes you happy. Because tasking, especially after you done had a long day's work, no. You don't work hard all day. Now you got to go home to a whole nother job. Delegate some of that stuff to everybody else. No. Okay, this is what we going to do from now on. Change the rules. Because what we not going to do is continue to do this. Because while I'm burned out and while I'm tired, everybody good. No, you ain't last. In your life, you come first. Think about that. Okay? So, I'm going to get to work. And it's kind of raining outside. We're supposed to have a storm coming soon. But it is what it is. But I just want to tell you, you matter. You matter. Oh, gosh. You matter. You are kind. You are beautiful. You are loving. You matter. Get a clear understanding. Figure out what it is that's required of you, and then you can figure out, oh well, I ain't gonna do that. Well, I mean I might can do that, but I'm all the rest of that stuff I'm not gonna do. Yeah, you got a choice. Choose you. You have a nice day. Don't forget I told you this. Bye.